know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.
Good morning and welcome to the Wake and Bake Show. I'm your host, Miss Green Jeans. Yes, it is. It's May Day. Hey, the teachers are putting it down in North and South Carolina. Y'all have my full, undivided support. And for all those naysayers saying they walked out on the job, what the hell? What you mean they walked out on the job? No, they put in leave time. That's what it's called. So let's don't get it twisted. On today's show, we're going to talk about what we talked about yesterday. We're going to continue the conversation about veterans. We also going to continue the conversation about these unjust laws in the cannabis community. Also, we're going to talk about the new documentary on Netflix that's with Fab Five Freddy and so much more. Are you ready? Let's get at it, shall we? You're in tune to the Wake and Bake Show.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
I got the horses in the bag, horse stock is attached. Head is matted black, got the bushes black to match. Riding on a horse, ha, you can whip your Porsche. I've been in the valley, you ain't been up off that porch now. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Riding on a tractor, lean all in my bladder. Cheated on my baby, you can go and ask her. My life is a movie, bull riding in boobies. Cowboy hat from Gucci, Wrangler on my booty. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
Hat down, cross town, living like a rock star. Spend a lot of money on my brand new guitar. Baby's got a habit, diamond rings and Fendi sports bras. Riding down Rodeo in my Maserati sports car. Got no stress, I've been through all that. I'm like a Marlboro man, so I keep going back. Wish I could roll on back to that old town road. I wanna ride till I can't no
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
I'ma take my horse to the old town road. No, I feel like this. I'ma take my blunt to the sexy door. Gonna blaze until I can't no more. Hey, check this out. This is from MaryJane.com. Oregon has so much weed that they're temporarily freezing cannabis production. Y'all selfish bastards. Y'all can send some of that over here instead of doing that, but we gonna get on with the story. Without any end in sight, the cannabis oversupply problem, Oregon lawmakers are looking to step in and cool down the state's prolific green thumb. Over the past 2 years, Oregon's legal cannabis industry has ran into an unforeseen green rush snafu. No, the state's teens aren't addicted to the devil's lettuce, or local workers aren't running heavy machinery into the wall like prohibitionists might have predicted. Instead, the Beaver State simply has too much weed. Thanks to an easy access licensing system and a state full of production-hungry growers, Oregon started 2019 with some 1.3 million pounds of excess pot just sitting around waiting to be sold. And with the new hydrants continually popping fresh buds out the soil, the price has plummeted to some cultivators backdooring their weed out the black market to out-of-state black markets where the product will be still fetch a premium price. Now, Oregon legislatures are moving in to enact a temporary freeze now on new cultivation licenses with hope to signify the halt continued overproduction. According to the Associated Press, the Beaver State Senate voted on Monday to advance the temporary licensing freeze from margin to 18-10, advancing the legislation to the Oregon House of Representatives. After passing the legislation, Oregon Senator Michael DeVos told the AP that the state currently has enough cannabis to last its residents up to 6.5 years. Now think about it. Here we is an illegal state. We got to run down Ray and them trying to get some, and they just overpopulated with stuff. Man, must be nice. If the bill is passed in the House and signed into law by Governor Kate Brown, the Oregon Liquor Control Commission, which oversees all legal cannabis licensing, would cease accepting new marijuana cultivation licenses for the next 2 years. Under the bill's current language, existing licenses will still be able to renew their paperwork and continue growing during that 2-year period. Now, that's pretty messed up. I mean, I understand their point, but at the same time, you're hurting others that want to get into the business. But if they got that much weed, shouldn't they have such thing as mercy sendings, to states like North and South Carolina? Y'all know we can't get none. Just send it to us, I don't know nobody that's in either one of these states that say, hell no, we don't want no weed. So, it's just food for thought, Good morning, y'all. Wow, everything comes up with Monsanto. Sad. Let's see. Wow, check this out, y'all, from hightimes.com. $9 million donated given to Harvard and MIT to promote cannabis research. Why are they giving $9 million to Harvard and MIT? Do you know them the two most rich? I'm getting a headache, y'all, for real. We're giving money to colleges that, listen, they piggyback with Crushmore 4 years colleges in the South. You two talking about the two. Yeah. I gotta take a break on that one. That gave me a headache. MIT and Harvard needed $9 million. That's a good one. We'll be right back. You're in tune to the Wake and Bake Show.
They ask me who I trust.
Who you trust, Blaze?
I don't really trust no one.
My nigga.
Roll up.
Blaze. Money and more.
I'm back with the shits.
Yeah.
You niggas is whack. Fuck your shenanigans. Back with the facts, I'm just tapping in. No in and out, we just snap again. Fresh out the grease, you gon' need a fork. Niggas is rookies still on the porch. Got a little taste and I want more. Stay off the fence, man, it's either or.
Bad with the shit. Groupie niggas is on my dick. All around the globe, doing shit you never did. Yeah, niggas that snake like Medusa. How is you rapping? You just a producer. I'm a king like Martin Luther. I make a band just off my computer.
Big blunts. Lit, man. All gas. No brakes. Crew neck. Big ring. Gold link. My chain. My own lane, I've been running shit. Stay to yourself, man, it's just a tip. Won't tell on no soul, man, I plead the fifth. Do my own thing, get my sack and dip. Been had a hustle, I keep a stash. Keep my shirt tucked looking like a dad. Achieving these goals that's gonna make 'em mad. Get a few M's that'll make 'em sad.
Blaze. Get a few M's just to make 'em mad. We from a different world, sin bad. Stay to myself and just sit back. Stay on my grind and just get racks. When I draw, look at my impact. I need it all, gotta get that. You on my way, gotta get back. Pimping these hoes like I'm slick back. Dug out the vision, don't ever forget that.
Big blunts. Lit, man. All gas. No brakes. Crew neck. Big ring. Gold link. My chain.
And we're back. You're in tune to the Wake and Bake Show. That's my homeboy Blazer with Lit Man. Hey Blazer, good morning to you. I know you're getting that baby off to school, listening to the Wake and Bake Show. We know you doing that, baby boy. Appreciate you. Hey, we back. We're going to talk about something that a lot of people won't talk about on their shows, but I will. The conversation about getting some good weed. Yeah, I said it. That's right. Now, for most of y'all that's living in the States that's probably listening to this show, you all good because you can walk down the store to the dispensary, pick up what you need to pick up, and be on about your merry way. For the rest of us, like myself and others that I know that live in the South, namely North Carolina and South Carolina, we got to depend on, we going to just use this fictitious name of Ray Ray, okay? We got to wait on Ray Ray. You make the call, hey Ray Ray, what's up? Are you good? Yeah, you good? Okay, not a problem. Let me go ahead and get a half. Okay, how long is it going to be? 30 minutes? Okay, cool. All right, 30 minutes go around. Okay, you just know you about to light up, right? 30 minutes done passed and Ray Ray is a no-show. So what do? You wait around for that next 15 minutes, that 45, so you can be pissed off up to an hour more? No, what you do is this. For that temporary fix, if you live in the Rock Hill or Charlotte area, what you do is you go to your CBD store. Now, what I've been doing, I got some items of CBD flower that I'll be talking about in the upcoming weeks on Wednesdays. So, Ray Ray done pissed me off. Fuck it, I'll go get me some hemp. So, what I did is I went to Smoker's Closet there off of Mount Gallup here in Rock Hill, and what I'm smoking on is Silver Haze this morning. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's some ugly looking shit, but it smokes pretty good and it's getting the job done. It's helping with my pain, until Ray Ray decided to show his punk ass up, but you know how that go. But if you got a Ray Ray in your life and you need to go ahead and get, knock that pain down a little bit, check out one of your people. Check out my people at Smoker's Cabinet. I'm also going to be talking to people in Charlotte also. Because I am a little troubled. I do cannabis shows, but not one person wanted to talk to me about advertising their CBD. But we're going to talk to them. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'm going to share the package up of the Silver Haze after the show, where you know what you're looking at. It has a big green cross on it. I don't know who makes it because I'm still looking for that shit. But like I said, it's ugly, but it gets the job done. All right. So the product is Silver Haze that I'm on today. Tomorrow I'll be trying the other two that I got from them and let you know how they work. So just in case, something just to help you get by until Ray Ray show his punk ass up. You got to have a get by, because if you like me, you don't drink. And you damn sure don't like taking them pills. Okay, we got an article from cbsnews.com. So this is the thing. This is what kills me about CBS News. They everybody all of a sudden want to get in the business of cannabis being legal. And this is a video. I thought it was gonna be a story. So What we're going to do is back out of that. And I don't know if I shared this or not. Nope, I know I didn't because it just popped up not too long ago. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share it on Miss Green Jean's page and on my personal page and let you check it out. But they're saying that it could mean legalization by the end of the year. I'm hoping so. You know, that would be nice. Check out the article for yourself and we'll go from there. Now, what I want to talk about is several things. Let me go ahead and pull that article up from yesterday. I want to go back into, for those who didn't listen to yesterday's show, we were talking about the Trump administration and legalizing medical marijuana and veterans. And the point of it is this: people fail to realize that you can lose your benefits by using cannabis and come up dirty on your analysis. A lot of people don't realize that. So what it is they got a problem with getting the VA and everybody on lockstep to solve this problem. They're saying that doesn't happen. We're saying it's bullshit. That if you go in there, say for instance, if you're a disabled veteran, excuse me, and you go in there, you know, you're supposed to be on opioids for your PTS, and you don't do that, and you come up hot on that cannabis, they can take your pay, and that's somebody's life, that's somebody's money. That's not right. So, only thing I'm gonna say is this: you need to contact your legislators on the House and the Senate side. You need to tell them to support every last cannabis bill that comes across their desk, because that's the only way we gonna get it done. And on the Wallace Report, which is gonna be coming soon, I'm gonna break down the candidates like a shotgun. Each one gonna have their own little special time. So you know I'm gonna have to get on it soon, because one side of the aisle got over 20 damn candidates. I'm gonna tell you right now, some of them ain't gonna make it past the first round because they're weak. Some of them shouldn't make it at all, but they're perpetrated to a fraud, and we're gonna let you know who they are too. And some of them should go ahead and get on the front porch and do like most people do, rock into retirement. We're gonna bring that to you in Mo 2 talking about cannabis. So let's stay tuned for that, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this next little break, because I'm still trying to find this story. I don't know why I can't find it, but we're gonna find it. Hang in there, guys. It's a Wednesday, so y'all know how we do.
Down the hall, shows up on time. She like balls to the wall. She went out to lunch with her high school friends. About 3 hours later, she come rolling back in. Well, a boss man really jumped her. Sonny wasn't joking. Everybody in the office knew one that had been smoking that old wacky tobacco. When you feel it creeping up on you, that old wacky tobacco, kick back and let it do what it do. Now you people from down in the South. And that old stuff your uncle smokes will give you cotton mouth. Homegrown is healthy, synthetic can kill you. My all-time favorite, red-haired Sinsemilla, that old wacky tobacco. When you feel it creeping up on you, that old wacky tobacco. Kick back and let it do what it do. I'll let it do what it do. Yeah, it do. Y'all got any Fritos?
And we're back. We're into the Wake and Bake Show. I knew that was going to happen. I was going to run out of time before I could send this message. It always happens. Okay, now I did find that story. It's from marijuanamovement.net. Officials of the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs has came out against a series of bills that are designed to protect the VA benefits for veterans who use marijuana, allowing the department's doctors to recommend medical cannabis and expand research into the plant's therapeutic potential. Now, with that being said, me getting into this story, I'm gonna do the rest of this story, and then I'm gonna do the response back to that, because there's some things that I want to say to y'all yesterday that I didn't say, but we will say about it today. Okay, now let's get back into that. Lawmakers and advocates representing veterans discussed the proposal during a congressional hearing on Tuesday, and while the Trump administration representatives said that the department opposes the bill, was widespread among witnesses, subcommittee members, at least for some other legislation. For the first time, we've had a hearing like this with a sustainable committee. Representative Earl Blumenthal said, "One of the greatest tragedies of our time to fail to adequately address the need of veterans returning home from Iraq and Afghanistan. An overwhelming number of veterans tell me cannabis has reduced their PTSD symptoms and dependency on addictive opioids." Now, I'll be matter of fact, I'll be tweeting at Blumenthal. I'll be tweeting him during the next break. That's what I was doing when the music went to the end, and I had to come back in, because I do appreciate what he does, and let him know I'm one of those people. And y'all need to tweet him too. Everybody needs to tweet this man and let him know we appreciate. If somebody is doing something towards cannabis, we need to let them know every chance we get, because they're taking a hell of a beating representing us, believe it or not, especially if you're a veteran. Because, I said I wasn't going to get into this now, but I must. I still got some time. Let me go ahead and set up this other thing. And I think it bothers me, because I hear all the time, from people telling me, thank you for your service, or telling my husband the same, which is retired military. Thank you for your service. Y'all always say, and this is for the President of the United States, House, Congress, and everybody else that don't understand where I'm going to go with this. And the point is this. Thank you for your service is one thing. That's lip service unless you mean it. And for the past 50-some years, we've had nothing but lip service. And since I've been involved in the cannabis movement for about 8, going into my 9th year, I've had nothing but lip service. Now, with that being said, with so many people going on the line as veterans and retirees, telling the VA personally to their doctors, stating that cannabis works, they're on medical record stating that. And you know what the VA does with that crap? They take it and put it in your record, and it says that you are addicted. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The same people that write up 50,000 prescriptions for every opioid on the planet have the nerve to put in your medical records that you're addicted. How I found this out, and don't think they don't know what you're doing, especially if you're a cannabis card holder. I found this out the hard way. Y'all know I was absent from the show for a few days. My PTSD did kick in, that's true. Because of what I had to deal with this past Thursday. As y'all know, I am disabled. I've been fighting to get my benefits from Social Security. And when you go before a hearing, for those who never been, it's a humbling experience. It really is. What you do is you go in there with your lawyer. By that time, if you get to that point that you're done exhausted, because you got to send in your paperwork and everything saying why you're disabled the first time. They're gonna go through it. About 90 days later, you're gonna get a response. Either they accept it or they reject it. Excuse me. If they reject it, you can appeal. Then you go through the appeal process. That didn't work for me, so I had to hire a lawyer. So me and the lawyer sitting in there, the judge sitting there, the court stenographer sitting there, and then there's ladies from Votech to tell you where you can work at. And then when the judge starts reading off your medical history, and she starts off, oh, by the way, you are a cannabis carrying user. That set me back. Yes, it did, because I wasn't looking for that to be said, but yes, I am a cannabis. Yes, and as I said is yes, Your Honor. What else can I say? So for those people that getting ready to apply for disability benefits, and you have a medical cannabis card, it will be brought up. Did it hold any bias against me because I currently live in a different state? No, it does not. It just proved to the point to them that you went to get help, that you seeked help. Because I told her I lived there for an entire year. She was floored. So don't think for 1 second they don't know. They do. Now getting back to the VA system. With that being said, my VA, my VA doctors and everything, from my shrink to my therapist to everybody else that you have to talk to, and there's a whole shitload of people. I had one for 8 years. I had to let her go. And you say, wait a minute, if you had one doc for 8 years, why did you let him go? It's only 8 years of propaganda I can hear. Me and this lady, every time I had to go in her office, I tensed up and I made sure I was good and stoned. Because that was the only way I could sit through her sessions. Because she bashed cannabis from the time I walked in to the time I walked out. She knew I felt it. So one day I was like, look, I understand your position. I understand why you feel that way. This individual should not ever be working with people that can't have any problems with drugs or alcohol or cannabis. Because she had a child to overdose on drugs. So it was nothing else she was going to tell this woman about anything to include cannabis. Me and her had some very heart-to-heart conversations, but at the end of the day, she was a starch-hard component of all drugs was bad, and the drugs that she was prescribing was so good. So, needless to say, she's no longer on my team. And like I told her, and I told her I was going to do this, I said, look, after 8 years, you have given me about as much help. We have got as far as we're going to go in this process. We really truly have. I did some of your things that you asked me to do that actually work. But as far as me, you, and cannabis, me and cannabis are leaving you behind. Because your thinking is still back in the Stone Ages. And you don't realize it yet, but it has some racial overtones. I know you don't see it that way, but it does. And I got to say, bye. So never be afraid to somebody that's handling your health care. I don't care if you're military or civilian or otherwise. It's your body. Speak up about it. And that's where we're going to come into the break. We're going to go ahead and get that that PSA out there. We're going to give you one song, and then we're going to come back. We're going to come back and talk about hypocrites. Yeah, that's right. We have some in the government, believe it or not. You're in tune to the Wake and Bake Show.
When you're under the influence of marijuana and you choose to get behind the wheel, you know it's wrong. So if you don't listen to your instincts, think about your fellow passengers. Or think about the other people on the road. Even the unexpected ones. And if you don't think about them,
you'll answer to us. Drive baked, get busted.
I challenge you to a dance-off. Hands off, no trash talk, no backwalk. On the black top, just me, you, that's all. No catcalls, no tag teams, no mascots. Right now, dance off.
Get down the floor. Get down the floor. Go. Get down the floor. Do it. Come on and get down the floor. Go.
I grab my ankle and pull it up and do that thing where I move my butt. I got the motherfucker, don't use it up. I say, there it is, then loosen my tux and then I shimmy, 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 shimmy to the left. Shimmy, 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 shimmy to the right. Give me everything that you got. Dance off, motherfucker, do the damn thing right. She got loose elbows and a big old neck. I like a big bone girl who can work up a sweat. I rock shell toes and a turtleneck. She just wanna talk, I said I ain't Ted. Dance off. Your grandma, that's a bad mama jamma. She doing the banana, grabbing my trunk like a hammock. She like the funk, goddammit, she can handle it. She talking my dick, I'm feeling a little bit inadequate. Your grandpa got a cock like a ham hock. Hella old, hella long, looking like Matlock. Damn dog, I don't even wanna have a stand off. He drunk, talking about he about to take his pants off. I hate it with the Macarena. I can ride your rabbit in my office space. If you watch my face, looks like I'm concentrated or I'm constipated when I walk this way.
I challenge you to a dance off. Hands off, no trash talk, no back walk. On the black top, just me, you, that's all. No cat calls, no tag teams, no mascots. Right now, dance off.
Get down the floor. Get down the floor. Go. Get down the floor. Do it. Come on and get down the floor. Rewind.
I sneak up behind you like a panther. Who ordered the private dancer? Can I get an amen from the pastor? Pulled the old, do you want a back rub? You must heard like Grey Poupon. Swag on tap like Savion. Jump on the tablecloth, bake a fall, pretend to break my arm, then I'm breaking you off. But please don't tell my baby's mom I wanna dance all night to the break of dawn. I wanna sweat, sweat, sweat till your makeup's gone. And baby girl, you looking like a champion. Hey, you bet. Get up out of your chair. Pay $20 to get up in this club. Put your cell phone down, you square. I be going in. I can't help it. I got bruises on my pelts. Ladies, fellas, don't drunk dial your exes. Hello, bouncer. I have a job for you. While I'm dancing, watch my shoes. Tonight is the night that we rendezvous. Sweat the fountain of youth, bust a move. Fringe jacket, pants of leather. Tank top, spandex and pleather. Been a stressful week, I've had a lot of pressure. You have a lot of great moves, but mine are better.
I challenge you to a dance off. Hands off, no trash talk, no back walk. On the black top, just me, you, that's all. No cat calls, no tag teams, no mascots. Right now, dance off.
Get down the floor. Get down the floor. Go. Get down the floor. Do it. Come on and get down the floor. Rewind.
And we're back. You're in tune to the Wake and Bake Show. I'm going to close out this segment talking about the Trump administration and the VA on this note. They're asking about doing research. Bullshit. They've been experimenting on the armed forces and their family since it's been armed forces. Don't let them fool you with that shit. Any new drug that come out, any, guess who gets it first? So I don't want to hear about the safety concerns, none of this. You have men and women walking into your offices all across the countries and overseas telling y'all that this works. I'm one of them. I am documented. You can pull my medical records, call me up. I'll be glad to give you a copy to let you know that I'm one of those people while we're having this conversation. I have talked to my representatives, I've talked to the VA, I've talked to the Veterans Affairs, I've talked to a little bit of everybody, the DAV, the VFW as well. I have went to them and let them know personally that time out for the bullshit. The brown bags is not working anymore. Now that we got men and women committing suicide right there at the VA, and you think it's not a problem, and nobody's saying nothing about it, it was just a quick bleep on the news? No, time out for the bullshit, y'all, for real. We're losing way too many veterans a day because we got people that don't want to break policy with Big Pharma. If you don't think them suitcases were just on regular doctor's offices, the cute little interns that was nice and perky, male and female, were on a military basis too, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen them. So, with that in mind, as soon as we can get the government out of bed with Big Pharma, the better. Because until that happens, we're constantly going to be in this struggle. The laws have to change within. These men and women that's backing these bills, we need to back them. Because if not, we'll never get it done. Because you hear the opposition that we're getting right now. More of us need to speak up. I mean, it's a lot of us speaking up. But we need more females to speak up. For real. We getting outnumbered 10 in the world on this. I understand that it's more men in the military than women. But it's more women suffering from post-traumatic stress for different reasons besides war. And, you know, the thing is this. That's the only thing that I'm going to bring up quickly. You can suffer from post-traumatic stress not behind, you know, war is true enough. Yeah, that's bad. But it's other reasons throughout the military that you suffer PTS. Okay? So, everybody that needs it, first responders need it. Lord knows our police need it. Because we can tell they're overstressed. Because think about it. Every time you turn around, I fear for my life and I shot him or I shot her. If you got that much fear, you don't need to be on the force. There are other jobs for you to do. So, time out for just stigmatizing this. I know I'm not trying to take it away from our veterans that need it for combat disorders. I'm not. But it's more people than just the combat vets that need it. I'm just saying. And they need it for pain too. We need it, period. The stonewalling just needs to stop. And I'm going to close that on that note. Now, y'all heard me talking about earlier. This is going to be the last talk of the day, by the way, guys, because we at that point. If you got Netflix, if you don't, I strongly suggest you get it because they've been having some good shit on there. Netflix title is Grass is Greener. It's a documentary. And it's directed by Fab Five Freddy. Okay, I know for some of y'all people don't know who Fab Five Freddy was. He was on MTV. He had his own show for quite a number of years and was very popular. Now, he has on there Snoop Dogg and Killer Mike. And they're going through the whole history of hemp and cannabis. I mean, it is an excellent documentary. It was very well done. Killer Mike put it in. Snoop Dogg put it in. Now, Fab Five Freddy, you did your thing, dog. You did. I mean, you really put in work. It shows that you put heart and soul into this production. And I give it 5 blunts. That's right. Blaze that shit up, pass it around, and let people know about this. That's why I'm talking about it on the show. It just came on Netflix a few days ago, so you haven't really missed out yet. So check it out. Netflix, Grass is Greener. Yeah, it's got a lot of things. That's why you hear me play music. Music and cannabis goes way back. Don't believe me? Check out the docuseries, okay? So, with that in mind, I'm getting thirsty. I've been talking a lot, and there's one more story I want to give y'all before we leave. So, we'll be back.
What him say? I the youngest lad. Johnny, them can't stand with vendetta. The struggle only make you better. Them right we off like a letter, but we still a trendsetter. The pain of the fight, all the hate, all the lies done me, and somebody who me love. Push me another time, never sing another rhyme. Cut me now, you good and I sin a blood. Ready up again, pain and heartbreak. Shot me in it for my love. All of me life experiences, things when me go through for real, build me up as a top. Why say them bad why nine them? Me nah no time for chase, me shoot it out one time. Me say me love the girl, the man, the artist is sexy and clean. But me nah gonna name nothing when I cook in a canteen. Pussy me see me all the while, what make you no run in. Chat alone about them my internet name. Full tip out of the 40, well madam me. Nothing personal, I just how we let us stay. Now me telling you the pain of the fight, all the hate, all the lies done me, and somebody who me love. Push me another time, never sing another rhyme. Cut me now, you good and I sin a blood. Ready up again, pain and heartbreak. Shot me in night, oh my love. All of me life experiences, things when me go through for real, build me up as a top. Tell them all the while I start way not prepare. If you violate me, I go have to go beef up your security. I will leap a gal, but none of them in a swear for some of them me fuck. I never call them back, now them hate me. That I'm not proud of, but I am the alpha, can't rise against me when I'm here the rock of Gibraltar. But sometimes me feel like the world can salka, but me as a fuck the world, me and the money with salsa. The pain, all the fight, all the hate, all the lies done me, and somebody who me love. Push me another time, make a sing another rhyme. Cut me now, you good and a sin of blood. Ready up again, pain and heartbreak. Shut me night for my love. All of me life experiences, things when me go through for real, build me up as a top. What himself? What himself? I the youngest lad, Johnny. You can't stand with vendetta. The struggle only make you better. Them write we off like a letter, but we still a trendsetter. The pain, all the fight, all the hate, all the lies done me, and somebody who me love. Push me another time, make a sing another rhyme. Cut me now, you good and a sin of blood. Ready up again, pain and heartbreak. Shot me night for my love. All of me life experiences, things when me go through for real, build me up as a top. The pain, all the fight, all the hate, all the lies done me, and somebody who me love. Push me another time, make a sing another rhyme. Cut me now, you good and a sin of blood. Ready up again, pain and heartbreak. Shot me night for my love. All of me life experiences, things when me go through for real, build me up as a top.
And we're back. Yeah, I wanted to share this story, which I don't know if I shared it with y'all yet yesterday, but it's on MaryJane.com. It's from RollingStones.com as well. This is circulating all across the internet. Willie Nelson is no stranger to Willie. In a recent interview with Rolling Stone, the man kept him out of an early grade too. The interview covers several aspects of Nelson's life, to include his celebrity brand weed company, his ongoing musical pursuits, but the most shocking highlight came when he discussed how cannabis rescued him from a previous life as an alcoholic. I wouldn't be alive, it saved my life, really. He told Patrick Doley of Rolling Stone, I wouldn't be living 85 years if I had kept drinking and smoking like I was when I was 30 or 40 years old. I think weed kept me from wanting to kill people, Nelson continued, and probably kept a lot of people from wanting to kill me too, out there drunk, running around. Today, Willie continues to write new songs and tours. He's also one of the most famous members of the cannabis industry and has a company called Willie's Reserve. The company largely managed by his wife, Annie D'Angelo. Hi, Annie. Offers THC and CBD products. Most of his cannabis grown in small batches and maintain craft quality. Last year, actor and activist Willie Nelson said Nelson convinced him to try Willie's Reserve vape cartridge after 2 years from abstaining from pot. I was in a celebratory mood, and he hands me the pen, and I was just snatched it like it was, fuck it. Harrison took a big draw and said, he's welcome home, son. So, with that in mind, think about it. Oh, by the way, good morning, Willie Nelson. He checks out the show from time to time, too. Is this. I've heard these stories time and time again about how cannabis has saved people's lives. I've had people personally tell me that I saved their life in some shape or form through cannabis, or introducing them to cannabis, or talking about cannabis in such a way, shape, form, or fashion. I'm glad to know that all these people are still around for cannabis, but we can save so many other people if these laws are changed. And I think if I get a chance, somehow, some way, I'm going to get to Willie, and we're going to have a conversation about it and see, can we do something to get this really, truly done. We're so close. We are so close. And I want to put a stop to it. In 2020 or 2021, I want to be able to say I can go from sea to shining sea and ain't got to worry about I smell weed and losing my life. That's my goal. Just, I'm just saying.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And for that we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we'll rise. Oh, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up. In spite of the ache, I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up, I like the waves. We'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again.
And since I'm doing this here, I want to go ahead and say a special thank you. Guten Tag, Germany, thank you so very much. Belgium, thank you. Poland, thank you. Finland, thank you so very much. Y'all do me a favor. Pass this thing like a blunt. Make it go viral. I really appreciate y'all. Whatever time you're listening and tuning in, thank you so very much. Now, back to the United States. My hometown of Gainesville is leading the charge. Thank you, Gainesville. My second hometown, Rock Hill, is leading the Southeast also. Rock Hill, South Carolina, I thank you. Livingston, Colorado, thank you so very much. Ashburn, Virginia, thank you. Commerce City, Colorado, thank you. Gaffney, South Carolina, thank you. Tallahassee, Florida, thank you. Denver, Colorado, thank you. Lady Lake, Florida, thank you. And Columbia, Missouri, thank y'all so very much. Each time I read these, as you can tell, I'm tearing up right now. because this means a lot to me. When y'all take the time out your day to say, hey, we want to check out and see what Miss Green Jean's talking about today. She might ramble a little bit, but you know what? She's telling the damn truth, you know? And I thank y'all for doing this, you know? Just when I think about hanging up that headset, because I've thought about it a few times, it'd be somebody that's in my circle of friends. And my circles, I keep it very small. It's not because I want to, it's because you have to protect your heart. And thinking about that, this one individual came up to me and said, why are you doing that? And I'm like, I'm tired. And they're like, I understand that, but you're a warrior. I understand I'm a warrior, but warriors get tired. And it's just, you know, one of those things that we have to go through. And like I tell so many people each and every day, the fight is never over. And just as well, I help y'all, y'all help me. Y'all help me continue to come on the air and talk and make a fool of myself and have a good time with you. Y'all continue me staying well and staying focused. And we're helping everybody, for the people that cannot speak out for one reason to the next. It could be their job, it could be their relationship, it could be a matter of things. And for those people, I proudly stand up for each and every one of you. That's what keeps me doing this show. And for those who come, call me, email me, write me, see me in the streets and say thank you, this is for each and every one of you. I have a lot of other people that's in a different state that believe in me and support me on this effort, and I couldn't do it without them. Rick Rainwright, thank you so very much, Rick. I know you say time and time again, you say thank you. I always do, because I was taught as a child, if you appreciate something somebody does for you, you always say thank you. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm saying thank you to my listeners, to my friends, to my family, those who support me and believe me and thank you. There's so many other people out there I want to touch, and it's coming, where I'll be able to touch each and every one of you even more. So I'm going to close this on this thought, guys. Not all of us are free yet. We have 34 states in the District of Columbia that are free. The rest of us need to be free. And in order for that to happen, we all have to get together and team up and fight this war. Because that's what we are. It's a war against people. It's a war against a plant. And it's based on lies. These lies have been told far too long, and it's time for them to stop. It's time for the truth to come to light. And at that time, then we all can be free. But until then, the war continues. My boots are laced up and ready to go. How about yours? So, on that note, we're going to say y'all have a great day. It's Wednesday. We almost to the weekend. We ain't got far to go. Tomorrow I'll be talking about a different strain of the product I got from Smoker's Cabinet. Hello to my friend that's riding to Florida right now to Jacksonville. Hey, have a safe trip. Tell everybody down that way, Miss Green just say, hey, okay? And to my friends in Denver, Colorado, the state of Colorado, I miss y'all, love y'all. Hey, make sure you tune in also on Facebook.com. That's where I'm getting ready to go in a few minutes after I get off the show for Shady's Sunrise Smoke Session. I think I got that name right. Anyway, I'll pull it up in a way. Anyway, I think it's Shady Smoke Out, something like that. Hey, Shady, I'm talking about you on the air again. Yeah, that's my buddy, Nate. Not Nate, excuse me. Dang, I hate getting tongue-tied at the end of a show. That sucks. Norman from in Colorado. He has a show that he does around about 9 o'clock our time, 6 o'clock their time. That's his version of the Wake and Bake Show. I chill and relax with them, and we talk about things that's going on there out in the state. And one last thing before I go. I know, where is it? I gotta find that. This is being hosted in Ocala. I might have mentioned it yesterday. That's why I gotta find it today. Ocala, Florida. Make sure that you go to this event that my girl Cheryl is hosting. I'm trying to get to it. I know I shared it yesterday. Yeah, it's this Thursday night, May 2nd, 7 p.m. Ocala. First, second annual Q quarterly meeting of the Florida Black Farmers. Ramsey College, room 105. They will be, okay, you know, it takes me a second. Okay, inbox. Okay, it's Cheryl Murphy Powell. If you know her and you're unable to attend, inbox her so you can listen in. The agenda for tonight will be introduction to the board and board updates, the USDA census and overview, hemp update, disaster relief update, white crop insurance. You don't know, you're in Florida. Canna Bar Agriculture Synopsis Invite, and technological update. Also join the Black Farmers and Agriculture page on Facebook group, which I'm a proud member on there. Okay, guys. So yeah, this is a really good group. Cheryl Murphy Powell is part of our group with Minorities for Medical Marijuana. She's one of the leads on our team. Good morning for Minorities for Medical Marijuana. I know y'all have been so busy. I've been out, but I'm still doing my thing, guys. Thank you for keep holding me up as well. That's a great group. If you don't know who Minorities for Medical Marijuana is, you need to check them out on Facebook or www.minorityformarijuana.org. Yes, we're a 501c. We are a nonprofit. So check that out as well. That's about my time for today, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, y'all have a blessed day. Hey, Thursday's Wake and Bake Show. I don't know yet. It's going to be a show. We just don't know what. We might have a guest. We might not. We are working on that as we speak. So hang on, guys. It's May 2nd. Oh, by the way, for those who don't know, it's getting ready to be Derby weekend. Hello, Louisville, Kentucky. Y'all with them big ass hats. We're going to talk about Louisville tomorrow, too. That's my show for today, guys. Hey, I love y'all, and I got two questions for you. No, one question and a quote. The question is, are you woke yet? And two, to my friends in Denver, SOS, smoke one, son. We out of here.
So I wake up Monday morning and I check my stash. Just some shake, wake and bake on some Moroccan hash. Coffee break, some organic fair trade beans popping. Now I'm awake and it's time to go shopping. Roll to the dispensary, patient of the century. Need a nice sativa that will stimulate me mentally. Buds with sticky density of moderate intensity. Pipe like Sherlock Holmes cause this weed is elementary. Welcome friends to the dispensary. Fat discounts when you mention me. Any strain, man, what you wanna try out? You might walk in, but you gonna fly out. Welcome friends to the dispensary. Fat discounts when you mention me. Any strain, man, what you wanna try out? You might walk in, but you gonna fly out. Breeze through security, get my ID check. Next to the purple-haired girl at the front desk. Knows my name cause she sees me on the regular. Waves me in, says, please turn off your cellular. Walls and walls of green buds, jugs full of flour. Indicas for indica, sativas for the power. Bow to the bud tender cause he's paid by the hour. As your concierge, your cannabis with OG sour. Thinks I'll be a fan of this organic stream with amethyst. Bud so damn gigantic you can help but call it Maximus. A marijuana analyst, he gives his full analysis of CBD to THC. Somebody give this man a kiss. Welcome friends to the dispensary. Fat discounts when you mention me. Any strain, man, what you wanna try out? You might walk in, but you gonna fly out. Welcome friends to the dispensary. Fat discounts when you mention me. Any strain, man, what you wanna try out? You might walk in, but you gonna fly out. Next to me in line is a guy named Wesley. Smoked weed every day since back in the 70s. Now he's buying edibles, his wife's on chemotherapy. Her recipe of choice kicks the nausea temporarily. Here in the dispensary, there's something green for every crowd. Fat pre-rolls that will make Bob Marley proud. Shadow wax, resin extract for the vape crowd. 2 puffs of that and you'll be walking on a vape cloud. Wait now, don't walk away till you pay now. It's gotta be cash till the banks break the shakedown. Make out with the fat eighth into papes. How dope, man, let the smoke hit you on the way out. Welcome friends to the dispensary. Fat discounts when you mention me. Any strain, man, what you wanna try out? You might walk in, but you gonna fly out. Welcome friends to the dispensary. Fat discounts when you mention me. Any strain, man, what you wanna try out? You might walk in, but you gonna fly out. Blue, green, sour, diesel, Girl Scout, cookies, green crack, white widow, and the bubba. kosher cushies, northern lights in next. Got that Pineapple Express, lemon haze, driven poison, Amy Schumer's train wreck. Skywalker OG, purple haze, rape ape, AK-47, got me loading up my vape. Cali Miss, blueberry, triple diesel, golden gold, 'cause it's